So this week obviously was big into Mass Effect Andromeda and 7-day, now almost a week ago at this point. And the big takeaway to me is I still see no way in hell that this game is coming out in March. That's the rumored date is what, March 21st? I don't buy it for a second. This is a game. How many months away is that? All right, so December, January, February, March. 4 months away. We have seen literally 20 seconds of gameplay, like actual gameplay. Sure, that could be in engine, and it looks great. It looks so good. Don't get me wrong, game looks great. But there's no gameplay here. There's a couple of isolated shots where the giant worm thing is worming around and he's got his gun kind of raised. That's barely anything. There has been no solid gameplay that's uninterrupted, just gameplay. Where's a 2-minute video of this gameplay? Now, we did get the PlayStation Pro reveal event footage of it. That's a dude walking around and a cutscene. I don't buy that either. Why haven't they shown moment-to-moment gameplay? Or even talking to people? Or anything of this game? Now, there's supposed to be more reveals with this happening at the Game Awards, which is going to be in a couple weeks. And we'll see then. But if we don't have gameplay then, that's crazy. Also, let's go back to what I just said about 4 months. This game is 4 months out, allegedly, right? And you don't have a release date? You're still saying spring, Q1, spring? That doesn't bode well. That doesn't bode well at all. And I've said this since E3, maybe even before E3, there's no way this happens. There's no way this game comes out. What did they do? What have they done? What have they shown of this game? Not this E3 2015, they showed a smiling Asari and like that's it. Okay? You cut to this year, they basically show people working on 3D models. That's it. Okay? Two of the biggest opportunities to show a game. That is when you show a trailer like this. Okay? Then they go to the Sony PS Pro thing. And they show this video that is not like really anything. Look at how much footage, I'll say this again, look at how much footage we had of Dragon Age Inquisition before it came out. Minutes upon minutes of gameplay. Very similar games. We're getting companions. There's a lot of lore. There's a lot of plot. Didn't spoil anything. Showed off the hinterlands. The first area in the game. What do we have of Mass Effect? A trailer that could be for a really awesome movie. And no gameplay. None at all. So maybe they're still targeting March. I still don't see how. I still don't see how. And people will say, oh, they're doing what Bethesda did with Fallout. No. What Bethesda did with Fallout was say, hey, the game comes out in 6 months. Here's 30 minutes of footage, raw gameplay. That's what Bethesda did. Okay? They didn't say the game's been coming out for 2, 3, 4 years, and 4 months out, go, I don't know, maybe we have a game here. They didn't do that. They didn't do that at all. Okay, so I just don't buy it. There's no way this is coming out in 4 months. You would have said so. They would have said so. They would have shown gameplay. Now, could be wrong. I'm probably wrong. If they show gameplay, and I said this months ago, if they don't show a ton of gameplay on N7 Day, it's not coming out in March. If they don't show a ton of gameplay at the Game Awards, it's not coming out in March. You don't... Where? How? Okay? It doesn't make any sense. They have to be deliberately not showing gameplay at this point. Just show... I almost want to call him Shepard. Let's call him Shepard. Who cares? Shepard / Shepard's twin sister behind cover, looking at things. The weapon wheel. Anything. Have we even seen the dialogue wheel? I think we might have. But that's the point. Your game comes out in 4 months. This is a big-ass fucking game. And based on all accounts, you should be showing more. How much did we see of Titanfall 2? That's another EA game. How much did we see of Battlefield 1? Months before it came out. A lot more. How much did we see of any game ever 4 months out. Way more than this. Way more than this. There's no reason for the secrecy. There's no reason to not have, here's 5 minutes of gameplay. Boom. That changes everything. But until we get that, we just have a cool trailer that looks really good that is intentionally not showing anything longer than 5-second clips. And that's a problem. That is a problem for this game coming out, I think. Now, there's another problem here too. I do think the game looks really good. I like the giant snake. There were 2 trailers actually. There was the one more story one that wasn't in-game footage. Sounds great. I like the plot, whatever. I'm concerned there's no tally, but it remains to be seen. There could be a tally replacement. Now here's the problem with the game though. And this is the problem with a lot of games. This is the problem with Dragon Age Inquisition, all the Mass Effect games. It's the problem with, I think like Mirror's Edge too. Like not to pick on EA, but this is a problem with so many games. Why do I have to be saving the entire universe all the time? In my opinion, Mass Effect shouldn't be Star Wars, right? Star Wars is, rebels against the Empire and saving the galaxy, right? Mass Effect shouldn't be that. Mass Effect should be Star Trek. It should be you're a ship, and this is a very Star Trek plot too. It should be you're a ship exploring and seeing what's happening, and just going wherever the space wind takes you. It shouldn't be constantly a battle against Space Hitler. It's ridiculous. You can tell just as a compelling story without having the world ending, or the universe, or the galaxy ending constantly. You can do that. And I think this would be a more interesting story. Planet hopping and exploring a galaxy that's completely foreign doesn't need to have the threat of Space Hitler. It doesn't. It doesn't need that. And it's cool. It's cool to fight and have a big space villain. But I think the idea of exploring and having these each planet has its own story. Maybe there's a bigger arc, but the bigger arc to the story isn't Space Hitler. That's all I have to say. Not every game has to be you versus everyone saving the world constantly. Right? You can just be a dude or a dudette. You know what? I just had a really good idea. I'm going to name my character Shepard. So they'll be called Shepard, whatever the name is. I forget their name because there's no info here. But they'll be Shepard whatever. I like that. That's fun. I'm a simple creature. No more Space Hitler. Nope. No. Nope. Oh, I had more pictures here too. Why don't we look at these pictures real quick? So what we got? Looks like you got the little bionic thing. I forget what it's called. Little arm cannon. Got some shooting. This is just a screenshot. This is just a screenshot. This means nothing. Same with this. Does look cool. I do like flamethrower weapons. That's fine. It sounds like they're adding in some more RPG mechanics that were in the original. That's great. Yippity skippity. Yippity skippity. Alright, with that, let's get into the topics of the week. Fire, fire. Okay, I'm done. Fire.